friends, Jewel back with another super cool astrology video. I want to talk about composite Mars squared to Saturn. What happens when we have this frustrating aspect in a composite chart? So we typically get into relationships because we think that the relationship is potentially going to be able to bring us the type of life that we're looking for or enhance the kind of life that we want. So there's a strong link between lifestyle, goals, and what partners and relationships we choose to get involved with. So we very much, as humans, use our relationships to get the life that we want. So when we have this particular square, we have a real divergence when it comes to the energy of the two people and the goals of the relationship of the two people. So this particular square in a composite chart is really showing that the goals are at odds, and the paths that the two people choose to take are really not similar enough to be compatible. So the lifestyle and the timing of how the two people, or more, depending on how many people we're doing a composite chart for, the timing of what each is looking to do or bring into their life, very, very different. So there is a lack of an ability to blend in such a way as to achieve something concrete together. So there's a block, you could say, to the things having to do with Mars and Saturn. So the more time you spend together with this particular aspect, the more clear it is going to become that you have very different goals and very different desires and very different ideas about the timing of what is going to happen in your lives. So one partner is very much in a different stage of life or a different frame of mind than the other one. And so the life timing, very, very off. This square also shows that there is a big buildup of energy before it's released. So usually it's released in a severe argument or confrontation that can often do damage to the relationship, especially the longevity of the relationship. The ways in which you can't work together or blend together create this tension that isn't readily expressed, but it builds to an explosion and can be really nasty. We need to regularly let off the steam. But it's not going to feel natural when we have this particular square, because there's a feeling that we want to keep that energy contained somehow. So we, in trying to control or dam up that friction, the dam always ends up breaking and the energy rushes out. So we can't try to deny or hide our irritation or our anger because we think it's best. It's really not. You are going to damage your relationship more by not bringing it up than less. This is an issue with really neither wanting to give in. And this can be a big problem in the bedroom as well, because the timing thing happens there. Mars is very much the aggressive side of sexuality. And so one tends to be ready and the other is not. Or the other one wants this and the other one wants that. So we have to learn to give in at least sometimes, because it's going to be rare, if ever, that we both want the same thing at the same time. So one of us has to compromise regularly. And it can't just be one of us either. in composite charts. The compromise has to come from both sides, or else one person is gonna feel like they're basically, you know, giving it all and it's being taken, and then their love bank is gonna go bankrupt and they're gonna not have anything else to give. So we both have to regularly come to each other's side in order to compromise with this particular aspect. So it's not commonly found in functioning composite charts, this particular square. But it is commonly found in relationships that really don't get to the exclusive commitment stage. You will find it occasionally in the composite charts between married people, but it's going to be along with some other better aspects, and aspects that are more, we're going to have some amount of Uranus in there, some amount of things that are talking about a lot of attraction, because you have to have a lot of sexual aspects between the two of you in order to, you could say, tip the scales towards having this particular square exist at all in a composite chart between two people. It's pretty rare to have it actually show up in a long-term partnership because of what it implies, that we individually do long-term partnership extremely differently, and have very different lifestyles and different goals, and those aren't going to bring the other person the kind of life that they're looking for. And so we typically decide that, you know, I have a lot of feelings for you, the feelings are there, we have so much in common, there's so many things that we love about each other, but yet we are never going to be in the same place at the same time, or at the same stage at the same time. And unless one of us is really willing to give up our idea of what our individual future should or is going to be, and adopt the other person's lifestyle and ideas, and that is not, you know, impossible. It would take a very enlightened person in order to be able to make that choice and not have it followed with a lot of resentment. But I'm so sorry. I just had a lamp fall. And not have it contribute to a lot of resentment. That's the kind of thing that you can expect with this particular square. Things are going along just fine, and then you're going to have some kind of explosion. Something's going to fall, something's going to come out of place, something's going to dislodge, and we're going to have that confrontation. Fortunately for me, it's with a lamp. So, I hope this was helpful. If it was, please subscribe to my channel. You can find me on the internet at truthandaspectastrology.com, Facebook, Instagram at truthandaspectastrology. And I do private consultation. I'm mainly a relationship and intimacy astrologer, but I do all types of charts under the sun. And I'll be back super soon with more super cool videos, and hopefully not being attacked by a lamp.